And not only that, but two of the top teams in the league playing against one another. And you saw Detroit, they already got off to a hot start. And for Pittsburgh, I know you maybe like to not have to deal with that lag out, but maybe it wasn't the worst thing in the world considering that Detroit started this game with that quick turnover calls on the forecheck for a breakaway and a goal by Swayze. So for Pittsburgh, maybe a bit fortunate that the game dropped out to maybe get themselves a little bit more under control and to reset a little bit of that momentum that the Wings may have had going after that opening goal.
So Wings will end up taking a penalty, I'd assume, to start the game, and we're just going to go from scratch here. And I like
that's even more beneficial for Pittsburgh than, that's even more beneficial than for Pittsburgh because not only did they have that chance to kind of reset the momentum, but they also get a power play out of the deal as well. So pretty solid trade-off there for the Penguins despite allowing that early goal. And this is a Pittsburgh power play that we saw last week. When they get that cycle going and get that puck movement, they are very, very, very dangerous.
We've got the YouTube video up from last night if you guys wanted to check it out. As that face-off is one back, Red Wings start off at the kill and they rip that one around. They are up, I believe, right, Brando? 1-0 in this hockey game.
Yes, 1-0 lead with Swayze. He got the opening goal for the Wings.
So we'll have Brandon remind you of that throughout this game. As there is a 1-0 lead. Is a little 4-4 hockey is a penalty behind the play now.
Yeah, and I know we're maybe 3 minutes into this game, but I think the one word to describe this opening 3 minutes for Pittsburgh has been mistakes. Just really, really unfortunate mistakes that they have kind of put on themselves. The turnover on the breakaway by CC, and then they get a power play after the lag out, and not even 50 seconds in, they give it right back for a 4-on-4. So Detroit, they have really been able to cause some of those mistakes for Pittsburgh, and a chance for them to capitalize with 50 seconds of a power play after the 4-on-4.
What a gorgeous pass by Cookies over to the left-hand side, Brandon, who was able to hit Amco Joe for the rip, but another good save here by Retro. As we'll get a face-off to the left of Retro after that big save. Still 4-on-4 for another 30 seconds as Twine leads the charge. Twine over the line, down to Lachacey in the corner. Lachacey carrying it up the left-hand side into the middle. Swayze has the first goal, and he's got the second.
And that one might have not been as coordinated as the first goal, but I definitely think you could say it was calculated. A little bit of pool play, just bouncing that puck off of the angle, back off of the right pad of the goaltender in shadow. Nothing you can do about that right there as a goal. And we talked about it. Mistakes for Pittsburgh, once again, coming back to bite them because not only does Detroit score that goal, but they scored it on the 4-on-4, so they still have that man advantage and a 2-goal lead to boot. This is very, very dangerous territory for the Pens. They have got to kill off the next 41 seconds of this power play.
That's a nice edge for Twine and his Detroit Red Wings as Cookie wins that one, but he's going to have a tough time with it on the left, and Swayze takes it away. Puck through the middle, ends up onto the right-hand side. Cookies brings it around behind the net on the penalty kill, and the Pittsburgh Penguins get out of that scot-free. Here's our Bobby. Our Bobby, he's hit hard, but a good pick up there by Swayze. Downloaded Twine, and a shot on is saved. CC rings that around at the right-hand side. Craig poke checked off his stick. Here's C. Weiss trying to dump that one in. It's going to pop back out to our Bobby, and he goes over to Torrent. Twine through the middle. His puck picked off by Craig. Craig takes it into the corner. Back to CC on the line. To Amco Jolo in the middle, looking over the right-hand side. Steve thought about it, but decided to go back and reset. He's got the puck now. Throws it up the right-hand side for Pittsburgh. Craig dumps that one in, hoping Pittsburgh can get there first. It is Twine. Cookies all over him. As they battle in front, Cookies wins it, and pop flies up in front, and Twine clears it up with a nice play. 3-on-2 with the Red Wings. Lachacey between the legs. Oh, he passed over to Swayze. He had the lane. As here he is behind the net. Throws it back. It's going to go all the way down for Detroit.
And Lachacey's going to want that play back, maybe being a little bit too unselfish by passing it out. He had the lane to maybe take a few more steps to get a shot on.
Swayze's going to go sit for two here, Brandon. He ended up taking a tripping penalty against the Pittsburgh Penguins in the neutral zone.
And now that missed opportunity from Detroit maybe becomes a little bit bigger because not only did you miss a chance to maybe score and put the puck in the net for a third time, but you also give the Pens a little bit of life there by taking that penalty.
Steve with the shot on, goes off a shin pad, ends up on Craig's stick in the corner, but our Bobby takes it away and sends it to center right. CC to Cookies. Cookies looks to pass that one over. CC gets it down low. Here's Amco Jolo. Back to the point to CC. CC across. What a goal for the one-timer. Wide open was Craig.
And a beautiful play there from Pittsburgh. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but when they're able to set up in the offensive zone on the power play, move the puck around, get that cycle established, and find the open man and connect on it, they are such a dangerous team. And I think that personally, the play really all happens down the middle with Cookies and Beer. The way he was able to grab that attention, two defenders were draped all over him, trying to defend him from being in front of the goaltender, and it left Craig wide open to get the space for that one-timer.
There's another one. Pop flies over the net and almost dropped in the back, but Craig gets it, and here goes Pittsburgh 2-on-1. Twine, the only one back, over to Cookies, the backhand taken away by Twine. Great play by him, and here go the Wings up ice. Lachey looking back door, and it's in. A second one in off their own player, and Pittsburgh's put two in their own net.
He may be on the floor, but he's still on the board. It looked like he took an injury, but still, he was able to let the puck find its way through the net. He got himself in the right situation. Once again, not the prettiest goal for the Red Wings, but they don't ask how, they ask how many, and it's 3 now for the Red Wings. A 2-goal lead and a great response after Pittsburgh cut that lead in half.
Here's CC. Looking in front, Seaweiss takes that puck away, and Detroit comes out with speed. CC all the way down, walking in, back door. Lachey with a backhand shot on his robbed. Here's Twine with a distant shot, tipped on, pops loose. And Lachey, backhand, blocked by Cookies. And a huge hit by Cookies again in neutral ice. Allows Craig to break it out. He's got Cookies with him. Stops up, back door for the one-timer to Jolo and couldn't connect it. Another shot on, tipped in front, and Retro, he gloves that one down easily.
Yeah, that was a sneaky little play there to get that shot on from the point for a quick rip, and then the tip as well in front. Retro had to be really well positioned to make that save, and Retro is a guy, he's been able to have that ability to make those big saves. He's a little bit under that 80% save percentage mark, but he's played some tough teams this year and has been able to contribute when he has.
That one ends up going off the post. Twine takes it out. And here go the Wings. Seaweiss over the line, and he's got a cut left because Steve's coming with that big body to lay him out.
Oh yeah, he's not afraid to lay the lumber, and that's something that you always have to be aware of as a forward. When you have a guy that can be a little bit aggressive and isn't afraid to come in and make that big hit, it's something you always have to keep an eye on, and it could make you second guess that first decision that you're thinking about going with.
This one's blocked in the middle and picked up, but we're going to see a penalty on the play. Red Wings going to go right back to the power play here. And the Penguins, they're going to have to kill off another 2 minutes with only 2.5 left to go here in period 1. Face-off tied up. CC wins that draw, but it's picked up by Seaweiss in the middle. Poke checked away and back to Twine on the line. Lachey takes it down into the left-hand corner, looking out front. He's run over, though, by CC as he's been very aggressive in the defensive zone. Swayze comes over the line down to Lachey. He's watched closely in the corner, but gets it back to Twine. Twine walks the line, shot on from a distance, bobbling around. Shadow ends up finally getting it, but that thing is bouncy.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about both CC and Steve, and both of them being very willing to be aggressive. These are two guys that they've laid the body around all season long. CC, 28 hits in 5 games. Steve, 18 hits in 4 games. So them having that physical style of play and not being afraid to maybe pinch up a little bit and lay the body, that's not something that they're unfamiliar with, and something that Detroit might have to look out for and adjust to a little bit.
Back in the neutral zone, here's CC, turns it back around and claps it down the ice. Good kill there by Pittsburgh. Cookies picks it up in the interception and scores. What a play.
Oh, fitting. The turnover from his brother is the one to make that play happen. Twine was trying to break that out. He turned it over. Jolo was the one to be able to get a stick on it. Both Jolo and Cookies and Beer were forechecking on that play. They both got a stick on it. It found its way to Cookies, and he did it the exact same thing that Swayze did earlier. Took the turnover, went on a breakaway, and beat the goaltender. A massive goal for the Pens to cut that lead down to 1.
As we'll go to the intermission, Brandon, check your Discord and just carry on and run this through for me.
As a big goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins there at the end of the period, and something that we always talk about is how big those goals are at the end of a period and at the beginning of the period. That first and last minute goal in those situations can be so critical in changing the way we view a game. And Detroit up 3-2. Do not pay attention to the score. It is on your screen. We did have that one goal from Swayze that we had before the lag out and the dropout, but nevertheless, Pittsburgh clawing their way back into this game, and you see the stats right there, as even as you can possibly get. 5 shots on net for both of these two teams, 2 minutes and 37 seconds of time on attack for both of these two teams. And we talked about how big this game is. If you're just now joining us, two brothers, two of the best players in the league playing against one another. Twine Tickler, the left D for the Red Wings, while it's Cookies and Beer, the centerman for the Penguins. The number 1 team in the league versus the number 4 team in the league, and only 2 points separate these two sides in the standings. We knew this was going to be a close game. We knew this was going to be very tight, and so far that is exactly what we have gotten here so far in this game. Very close, and can't wait to see how the second period leads to that.
Face off is one back. Apologize there, guys. I had to go rinse my throat with salt water. I'm having a bit of a throat issue. It's closing up on me. As here's a breakaway the other way. Cookies all alone. He scores again.
And how about Cookies and Beer? He showed up for prime time in both goals on breakaways that start out with stellar defensive plays. We have seen mistakes be capitalized on many times so far in this game, and that seems like that has really been the difference. The first goal that Pittsburgh allowed, a mistake on a breakout that led to a breakaway. The second goal, a mistake on a penalty, it led to a power play for Detroit and led to a goal. And that has been the key in this game. Mistakes being capitalized on. Which team's going to be able to clean it up first? That could be very well what makes the difference.
So now we're all knotted up at 3 here, Brando. As that one's out front. Seaweiss shadow, what a save, and he throws it out. Seaweiss back to the point, or Bobby back to Seaweiss on the right. Shot tipped in front, and oh, why Shadow makes another great save.
Man, you can't say he doesn't know what month it is. He threw that out like it was a game of threes, and Shadow getting a little bit frisky. It gave Detroit that second opportunity to keep that puck movement going and get a few more looks. But for the first time, we actually get to mention the goaltending in this game. Shadow with a pair of great saves there.
And another pair right there, Brando. And here goes the Penguins. Greg drops that one back to Steve. How he kept that in is beyond me, and the rebound. Retro with 2 big saves at the other end. Puck back to the point. CC poke checked off his stick. Here's Amco. Amco passes out front. Twine's there to shut that one down. And he brings it out for the wings. Over to Seaweiss. Seaweiss on the right-hand side. Quickly bumped off and rung around by the good defense of the Penguins. As Amco hits CC. Up to Cookies. Cookies poke checked off his stick. Allows the wings to break out quickly with Chasey with speed. But Chasey coming all the way in. Backhand shot on his stop by Shadow. And it's going to be quickly moved up by the Penguins.
And it was Twine Tickler that was able to poke that off of Cookies and Beer to make that play happen. A great play from the left defenseman, who was the 7th overall pick in the draft.
And there's a careless penalty from Amco as he takes a trip 200 feet from his own net. And looking to capitalize are these wings in the neutral zone as we are knotted at 3. We want to remind you guys as there was a goal before this game started.
Yeah, and we've talked about it all night long. Mistakes. That has been what has been giving opportunities to both of these two teams when they've been able to score their goals. And you mentioned a bit of a careless penalty there from Amco on that play. You want to be aggressive on the forecheck, but you don't want that to leer into the way of recklessness. And unfortunately for Amco, just a little bit careless for that stick. Looked like he was in decent positioning, but the poke check just got that skate of the skater right there, and unfortunately led to the trip, giving Detroit another power play and another chance to take their lead back.
There's a Chasey to Twine. Twine look back to a Chasey, but Cece with a great read picks that puck up and gets it down the ice. And look at the Penguins. They're going to go after Twine. Twine curls around, gets it out in the breakout over to Seaweiss now. Seaweiss poke checked off on the right-hand side, picks it back up. He had a lane to the net, ended up passing it behind the goal line. Here's the Chasey. Over to Seaweiss, looking for the feedback to Chasey. Picked up by Twine to Chasey in the middle, but Cookies, good job by him, and it's all the way down as we reach the halfway mark in this game, all knotted up at 3.
Pittsburgh's been stellar on the PK so far. Detroit, they've not gotten many opportunities when they've had that extra man.
And they clear another one down the ice, and that should do it. We'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey. Here's CC with the puck as the Penguins start out in their own zone. CC over to his partner, and he reverses back to CC. Moved up to Amco Jolo. Cookies to Craig. Back over. What a passing play. Retro reads it and gets in front of it with a big stop.
Yeah, that was a nice play, a good shot. Jolo got open, but I just don't think that shot went where he wanted to. I think he wanted to shoot it towards the right side, glove side of the goaltender in Retro, and instead it just went right towards his chest. But a really good play, a really good shot on that, just didn't end up where he wanted it to.
That one's iced all the way down. We're going to bring it back for a quick little reset here. As B-Not comes in with, yeah, that's right, dude, the signature power kill. Face off one back here, CC. Pushed around down low, going to be picked up by Cookies. Cookies, back to the point. Shot on, big glove save. Retro as he reaches way out for it, but makes a fantastic stop.
Oh, how about that sneaky little shot there from the point from Steve? Retro had to be sharp. He was a little bit inside of his net, wasn't really contesting it too much, wasn't too aggressive with his positioning, and really had to stretch out to make that glove save. Great job all around from both players. It was a good play, but a better save.
Craig, that one shot on, blocked by Twine. Puck in the left-hand corner. Swayze brings it out over to Lachase to see Weiss. Oh, what a big hit. And Cookies up to Steve. Steve across, what a goal! And now it's 4-3 Penguins.
And how about that? Very similar to the play we saw on that last possession where Cajolo came in at that right winger to try to get his way into that slot area and put the shot on the one-timer. The first time he shot it into the chest of Fresher, but this time got that puck right where he wanted to at that top right corner. And give a lot of credit to Steve. He stepped up as a defenseman to be more of a forward on that play, drove that play, got that pass over, saw Cajolo wide open on the other side, and fed it to him right in stride. Great play by the defender to make that play happen and give his team the lead.
Craig rings around down low in Pittsburgh, going right back to work, wasting absolutely no time. Cookies clapped on. What a snipe from Cookies for his hat trick.
Although Cookies putting the jar on the top shelf, and he might have put his beer there too. What a snipe off the post and in. That is about as beautiful as a slap shot from that far will get from the center. What a play from Cookies and beer. That might make the top 10 highlights right there, my friend.
5-3 now. Is Detroit fighting to get back into this hockey game? Still lots of time left. As we got to remember, the Penguins ended up scoring 2 of those goals themselves, on themselves, out of the 3 that were scored. Swayze waits for his mates to get on side, brings that one in. Long shot, Shadow. He's all over to that.
And to be honest, I think you could maybe debate that all 3, don't get me wrong, it takes a good defensive play to cause the poke check on the breakout for a breakaway, but that was just a mistake there by the defender of CC that caused that turnover and led to the easy goal for Detroit. So really, all 3 goals, it hasn't been from Detroit sustaining offensive pressure and getting something.
Here's Craig coming in, and that one's backhanded on. Here's Seaways over the line. Brought back in by Detroit. Twine hit hard there in the final 10 seconds. We're going to get a penalty.
Wow, not only did he get hit hard, but took a penalty there at the end, too. I'm trying to see who it was that took that. I can't really tell. I think that's going to go up against Lachase on a bit of a slash there at the end as he was trying to battle for that puck. So not only does Pittsburgh have a 2-goal lead, but they'll get a power play to start this third period to boot.
Puck over the line. Last chance effort by Detroit, and not able to make much happen, Brandon. That's it for period 2. And how about the Penguins with a big answer?
Yeah, I don't think you could have asked for much more if you're the Pittsburgh Penguins or a fan of the Pittsburgh Penguins watching this game. It's a little bro that has been taking the storylines away from his big brother, Cookies and Beer, with a pair of goals in this game. And not only that, but a big 2-goal lead in the power play with his team upcoming is something that I think makes this so impressive. Obviously, the brother versus brother rivalry taking a lot of the storylines, but you got to remember, man, 2 points separate these 2 teams in the standings, and Detroit, they're 9-1-0 in their last 10 and are riding a 7-game win streak. This is a really impressive performance by all of the Pittsburgh Penguins combined. All 6 players really stepping up, playing their role. And I mean, you mentioned it, Lime, 2 of the goals that Detroit has, they put them in on themselves. Pittsburgh did. So you kind of wonder, is Detroit really going to be able to get something going? Because even that first goal they didn't have a little bit of luck on. It was off of just a pure mistake on the breakout from Pittsburgh. They've yet to have that goal where they cycled it around, got that grand opportunity, and put the puck in the net. While for the Penguins, 3 of their goals have come from that. So Detroit has got to find a way to produce a little bit of offense here. Let's see if they can do it here down by 2.
Yo, what's going on? Mojo, Techie, Bobby's Raj. How we doing tonight, guys? Welcome to the Citrus Dome as we start period 3, game 1 of the evening, where the brother battle is live. Here's Craig. Craig over the line, spin, shot on. Way too many Red Wings to block that out. And here they go on the power kill himself. Here's C. White. Looking to walk that one through. He's met by Amco Jolo, and it's sent up to Craig. Craig's got Cookies in the middle and hits him. Cookies ends up turning that puck over to Swayze, though. And Swayze taking his time here to get this one down. This is a great kill here. Swayze clapped on, big save, Shadow, and he's just going to hold that one tight.
And that's exactly what you want to see there. If you are the Penguins, trust your goalie to make that big save. And if you're Shadow, we saw him get a little bit risky and toss that puck out a little bit earlier, but he might be a little bit more cautious and conservative with his team holding on to that 2-goal lead. You don't want to give the Red Wings anything cheap that they can capitalize on. Speaking
of goalies, there's Eagle in the chat, absolute legend, and wow, was he good last night. My throat, I'm still nursing it. As Cookies moves that one out front, Twine all over him. Craig picks it off Twine's stick and curls around down low. Amco Jolo shot on, good save there by Retro, and Retro's been good in this third period in this 5-3 game because of the lag out.
Yeah, we mentioned how Retro, he's a guy that may not have the stats, but he is a goalie that can step up and make some big saves when called upon. He's doing so right now when he needs to. If Detroit does allow that 3rd goal and makes it a 3-goal deficit, they will have a very tough time coming back in this game, so Retro having to step up.
Good defense by the Pittsburgh Penguins allows them to break out with no shots on for the Red Wings, and it's rung around by Amco Jolo to Craig. Down low is Cookies now. Cookies, he's got a teammate down low. He's got to dance around him, but our Bobby, what a good pickoff, and sends it up to Seawhite. Seawhite looking to hit Lachasey in stride, but the Wings can't get it together. He plays the puck as J-Bomb says we play, though. Shot on blocked and pops out to Shadow, and he ends up having to hold on to it anyway.
And, you know, I have to be honest with you, that's a really risky decision by Shadow to try to play that puck up by 2. I don't even know if his team fully expected him to play that puck because it happened so late. It looked like maybe some of the Penguins were still stopped and were expecting the whistle. Instead, that puck gets played out. Detroit gets it, get another shot on net, and end up with an offensive zone face-off anyways.
Here's Seawhite. Drop back to the point. D shot on from the distance. So JC with a chance, and Shadow swallows that one up as well with a great save.
And how good has Shadow been here in the last 20 minutes or so? He has stepped up and made a couple of big saves here for this Penguins team. Detroit starting to apply a little pressure, getting some shots on net, just trying to pepper that goalie and maximize their chances. Shadow, however, he has been there every time.
Here's Twine into the middle. Swayze pushes that one over to Seaway. He gets run over, which allows an on-man rush here for the Penguins. Here's Cookies on his brother, over to the right, slides through, and Retro steers it aside. Craig brings that one down low. Great job by Twine to just push him off of the puck, and he breaks it out for the Wings through the middle to Swayze, but on the right with Seaweiss offside, and their chemistry just doesn't look connected right now.
Yeah, now is an example of it. The right move there, I think, from Twine to try to feed that over to the centerman and not try to give it over to the right wing. But really, the 2 wingers, they were up ahead of the centerman on that play in Swayze, and it caused that offsides because they were so close to the blue line, they weren't able to hit the brakes in time to be able to stop that offsides from happening. So just a little bit of a lack of cohesion right now, it feels like, from the Red Wings. They've got to get it going soon. Just 10 minutes left, down by 2. Got to get things together and clean it up.
Tripping by the Red Wings, and that's the complete opposite of cleaning it up, Brandon, as Seaweiss going to the box for 2.
Yeah, and you know, I gotta say there might have been a little bit of a commentator's jinx there. You're talking about cleaning up and they take a penalty, and now this is a chance for the Penguins to really take this game away potentially from Detroit if they can capitalize and score on this power play. We saw them score on one earlier. We'll see if they can do it again.
Pittsburgh brings that one around down low. CC up the middle. Cookies over to Craig. Craig, backdoor Cookies shot on, blockered away. Behind the net is our Bobby taking his time here on the penalty kill, and they need some offense. Here they go. Swayze Trying to walk around, one check does, rings it around down low. The chase, he's trying to sneak it in, short side. That was a great play, but Shadow, he was all over it. And that allows Cookies to break in for the Penguins. Cookies, Twine. Good job by Twine. He wins that battle. He may not win the war, but he won that battle.
You know, I have to give Shadow some credit. I talked about earlier how he was taking a bit of a risk by throwing it out a couple of times. That last throw out was really smart, keeping that play going, catching Detroit a little bit off guard, and led into that neutral zone faceoff that leans towards the Pittsburgh offensive side. So Shadow, knowing what month it is, you saw Beat say in the chat, hey, we play those. That was a good job playing that right there because it gave the Pens an offensive chance.
Puck rung around down low. Pittsburgh goes back to work here. Jinxie, how we doing, baby? Good to see you, Jinx, dude. How we doing tonight? As we got another penalty on the play, and the Wings, they can't stay out of the box.
Yeah, and really, they're just kind of helping Pittsburgh's cause at this point. It's killing time. Pittsburgh doesn't have to score another goal. They're up by 2 in this game, so the more penalties that the Red Wings take, that is less time that they'll be able to be aggressive and get on the attack because they're having to kill off penalties.
Good job by Steve to shut that entrance down as Craig trying to get around. And finally does. Here's Craig. Gets it back to the point to CC as the Penguins set up. CC. As you hear the boos rain over as he injured a player earlier. As that one's rung around. Wrap around by Pittsburgh, but Retro. That puck popped out there to Amco Jolo. He had a rip high slot and he was absolutely stoned cold.
Yeah, Retro, he was definitely with the times on that play, read that one like a book and knew exactly what he needed to do. But once again, as I said earlier, Pittsburgh, they're not concerned with not scoring. They're just trying to drain that clock down as much as they can. The more they do, the less opportunity Detroit has to claw their way back into this game.
4.5 to go, Brandon, and it's getting few and far between now. As the Chasey on the backhand, looking back door, but nobody home. And another missed chance allows a chance for Pittsburgh. Here's Craig. Backdoor to Cookies. That one hits the post. It's a pass. Ended up bouncing through. And Twine goes up the right to Seawhite. Here's Swayze up to Lachasey. Lachasey saucered across, but what a pickoff by Amco Jolo as he gets back. And Craig's all alone. Free on a breakaway. He flip deeks and drops it. 4 Cookies for his 4th. That one's making top 10.
That was making top 10, and that was a special delivery for little bro in Cookies and Beer, getting the hat trick against his big brother in Twine Tickler. How good does that feel? Not just a hat trick, his fourth goal of this game line. Absolutely unreal.
A one-timer in the offensive zone here for the Wings, but it's all of a formality now as they're up by 3, and they're going to take the W in this one. Face off at the right-hand side with 1:20 left on the clock is won back by the Wings. Seawhite, high slot to Swayze. Swayze tried to drop that one down low. CC's there to take it away, and he's got it below the goal line up the left-hand board. Amco Jolo tries to bounce pass one out to center, but Twine intercept. Here's Seawhite. Into the middle. Poke checked off. Cookies is there to take it away, and Craig, he's trying to get some more offense. Big hit by Cookies as he runs over our Bobby. Could we see a fight here between Cookies and Twine to finish the game? As Seawhite comes in and scores.
Yeah, and he wears the C on his chest. He's going to need a G on the board. Seawhite's getting that late goal. Unfortunately for Shadow, just not able to navigate his way through all that traffic. Was kind of slipping and sliding, made a couple of saves. Unfortunately, was not able to make that third one. But I don't know about you. I got to wonder if they are going to make that fight. You know they talked before this game. You got to wonder if they maybe planned that out if this game was out of hand like it is now.
Cookies out front to Craig. Back to Amco Jolo. Tried to rip one on, but poke checked away. Here's Cookies with a great interception to Craig in the middle. He tried to come in and rip one on, but couldn't get the shot away. Puck moved ahead. Swayze to Seawhite. Seawhite's coming in with speed. Looks across, but what a save. Shadow in the dying moments. He plays it out to Cookies. We see a big aggressive body check there at the end. There's a little bit of frustration taken out here. And this will finish the game with a 6-4 win for Pittsburgh. It is Cookies that is going to get the better of Twine here tonight.
Yeah, and well-deserved. Had 4 goals in this game for his team. And, you know, you have to remember, this is a Detroit team that came in and they got the first goal of this game in a hurry. They came in a minute in and got the first goal of this game off of a Pittsburgh mistake on the breakout. And it felt like after that lag out that we saw, the Penguins were just able to keep that momentum rolling and really able to recover well. You kind of wonder if maybe that did help them a little bit. But nevertheless, I mean, Pittsburgh, after that first goal, you just kind of felt like they were the better team really from 60 minutes on. And you have to give the Pens a lot of credit. Obviously, the brother versus brother matchup being given a lot of attention, but I think you have to give a lot of credit to these other guys. Guys like Craig, who showed up and made a lot of big plays. Cajolo, who was really the distributor on a lot of these plays. And then how about Steve and Cece? Two guys that really came in and shut down an elusive line in Swayze, Lachacy, and Seawise that have had a lot of success together this season. I think that that's an even bigger story really than what Cookies was able to do, because this was a team that they just beat that came in on a 7-game win streak, was 9-1-0 in their last 10 games, and it takes a 6-man effort to do that. So a great win for Cookies, but to me, an even greater win for the 6 men of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Great effort for them, and you start to wonder maybe that number one spot is cursed now, Lime. That's 2 straight nights that the number one team is taking a bit of a tough loss here to start tonight. The Sharks do last night, the Red Wings do tonight, and now that number one spot closing in just a little bit with Pittsburgh now being tied for it.
Game 2 in AGL is going to be the Rangers against the Sabres as we get underway. Still 10 subs off our first sub goal here this evening as we are on the hunt for 1,000 here this month. And it's going to be Rangers, Sabres, head-to-head. Crazy against Frenchie on the draw. Face-off is going to be kicked back. Flyer over to Slap. Puck brought in on the right-hand side, bumped off, Slap comes in. Slap hit hard, and Crafty's going to turn this one around for New York. Here's Drew. Drew. Nice moves, gets it into the middle, but it's picked up easily there by Crazy, who gets it ahead to Tech. Breezy back over to Tech. Tech looking for Breezy, but Carmine with a great interception in the lane, and a big hit by Slapnuts as well, as the Sabres look good to start here. Look at the right-hand side, back into the middle, and Sabres didn't like that entry, so they reset it. Here's Crazy. Backhand shot on, rebound, Breezy is robbed as Milkman comes in with a big early save to start.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see right now if you're the Rangers. A big chance for Buffalo to start this game, but Milkman comes in and robs them of it right there.
Here's Tech. Into the middle to Crazy, and Tech, a very dangerous player, as here he comes up with speed through the middle. Still with the puck, poke checked off. Good job by the Rangers as they get it ahead to Drew as he's trying to split the D, but Slap takes it away. Slap up to Tech. Tech slows down, shot on, ends up getting robbed. And the puck's in low for Breezy. Someone's rung around back to the point to Slap. He's going to have a tough time keeping it in. Walks around the defender, gets it to Tech. Tech looking backdoor. That one's kicked aside, though, by Milkman.
And how active has Tech been to start this game? He's another guy to really watch out for. Leads this team in goals this year at 7, a bona fide goal scorer in this league in the past. He could be someone that really does make that difference and someone that's been really active so far in the first 9 minutes of this game.
Face off in the neutral zone. That one's going to be one back, and here goes Slap. Up the middle to Crazy. Crazy, long shot on, going to be saved, and worked out by the Rangers, and this is a good start by the Rangers as they didn't finish well in their last game, taking an L. As that one's pushed over to the right-hand board. Over the line, bumped off his Tech. Good job by the Rangers there at the line to shut that down from the Sabres, and Crafty's going to start. Crafty drops that back to Monkey. Monkey ends up putting it off at the skates of Crazy, but Crafty comes back to help out, gets it down low, and it's going to be worked out by Carmine. Up to Drew. Drew gets hit hard by Slap as he's taking no prisoners on the right-hand side. Here's Slap coming out, looks up to Crazy. Crazy on the hash marks, poke checked off his stick, and this has been good defense from the Rangers so far, Brandon.
And really encouraging to see a team that's struggled defensively so far this season as well. 60 goals allowed in their 12 games played coming into the night. Seeing them play well on their own end, very, very encouraging for their chances.
Hello there.
There's another big hit. Is lots of big body checks in this hockey game. Not a lot of offense, but that could change here as Drew to Crafty, who's shot on, going to be saved by Bearded as he feels that puck. All the way down low. Monkey's forced there by Breezy, but it is worked out through the middle by the Rangers. Here's Lasik Drew. Poke checked off his stick. Crazy. He does a good job, but he ends up giving it away, turning it over back to the Rangers as they come in. Crafty into the middle of the Frenchie. Takes a hit to make a play as Frenchie goes for the wraparound, but he can't tuck it in short side as it got stuck on the back of the net, but Frenchie's not going to stop. Rings that up. It goes off of the helmet of Crafty to Monkey. That shot whiffed on. Crafty gets hit again as he's getting rocked by Flyer on that left-hand side. And we see an icing with 2 minutes to go here in period 1.
And, you know, it's kind of surprising how little offense we've seen in this game. You know, these are two teams that have really struggled in their own end all season long. Buffalo's allowed 58 goals, the third most in the league coming in tonight, while with the Rangers, we mentioned it, 60 goals allowed, second most in the league coming into the night. So two teams that have not been strong in their own end so far this season. They're not even allowing the puck to really get to their own end as much because things have been so physical in that neutral zone, so there hasn't been that time and space to set up.
Puck through the middle goes off at the skates there of Frenchie. And puck's brought out by the Ranger. Here's Crafty as he gets behind one defender. Crafty trying to make some nice L-skating moves, but it's taken away by Crazy, and that is going to be Frenchie. Steals it in the dying moments, but a good defensive play again from Flyer as he's been instrumental on that left-hand side from the Sabre.
Yeah, he's been absolutely amazing, and I think you could say that about all of the defense so far in this game so far tonight. Really just, that has been what has controlled the game, has been the defense. Not really allowing anything, continuing to take away space, take away opportunities, and really I think probably the best chance of the game was what we saw from the Sabres earlier on, where Milkman absolutely robbed Breezy of a really good opportunity there in the first 10 minutes of this game. So really give a lot of credit, but especially to the Sabres on defense. Only one shot from New York so far in this game. So, you know, we talked about how these two teams have struggled defensively. Maybe the goaltending hasn't been as consistent as what you've liked it to be. So far, it has been everything that you would hope it would be if you are two teams trying to get yourselves into a good rhythm, trying to get yourselves back on track to where you were hoping you would be. This is what you want to see if you are the Rangers and the Sabres. Now it's just a matter of who's going to be able to get that first goal and open up the offense.
Yeah, we'll have to see, as the defense has really been what this game's been about, isn't it? Really hasn't been throughout the season, as Carmine, Monkey Wrench, Flyer, and Slap have been great. As we start period 2 here in AGL. Games of the night. We have 4 games coming to you guys live as we get an early offside. Still 10 subs off our first sub goal here this evening, and we're going to get a face-off here in the neutral zone and waste no time to get this second period underway. Face-off tied up. Drew gets it over to Crafty Mitts. Crafty Mitts hit hard on that left-hand side. Flyer again, as this is a big body defensive pair between Slap and Flyer, and they're letting it be known from the Sabre. Here's Tech. Tech down low. Good job there by the Rangers. Take it back, but Tech steals it, shoots. What a save and a dive out by Milkman. Pushes it away.
What a play that was to get that one away. Denied Buffalo of any opportunity to get a second chance look.
Puck in behind the net, picked up by Slap. Going to be watched closely, though, in behind the goal line. Crafty takes it away. Crafty back to the point. Long shot. Going to be kicked aside by Bearded. Frenchie was first there. Tried to keep it going here, but Slap's taking it away. That one's off of the post. Frenchie with a shot that's saved. Crafty rips one on, and that goes over the net and all the way down into his own territory. Monkey Wrench sends that one ahead to Crafty. Over onto the left-hand side. Huge hit by Flyer. Could be an odd man rush here for the Sabres if they're quick. Tech walks into the middle, rips one off of his own player. He's going to have to reset this one over to Breezy. Breezy, nice move to get it into the middle. The Monkey Wrench comes back, takes it away. And now out goes the Ranger. Crafty by Carmine with a big rip, steered aside by Bearded, as we're starting to see some offense cook up here in the second.
Yeah, but the goalies are denying those offensive opportunities. First one's about the defense in the opening period. Now the goaltender's starting to step up and make their mark to match it.
Here goes Crafty Mitts out of the zone. Back skating through. Tried to drop that one over, but Breezy steals it. And here go the Sabres with speed. Tech right around Monkey Wrench. But he can't make anything happen. It looks like his controller died. I think it did.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think we got a dead controller on that one. As Camsar, thank you for the follow, brother. Hope you're having a great night. That's what's going on, Helm, baby. Here's Carmine. Drew working out into the middle. Frenchie, good pass head to Crafty. Tried to hit Drew in stride, but Tech with a great read gets in the lane, and that allows the Sabres to break through. Crazy over to Tech in the left back door. Tic-tac-toe and Breezy berries.
Tic-tac-toe, and you do not get many prettier displays of passing than that play right there. And I love how it all started on the breakout in the neutral zone. And typically that breakout in the neutral zone starts with the defenseman. That started with Tech, who gave it back to Slap and then moved his way back up to the forwards, who then just kind of had that little cycle of a triangle, pick-tac-toe, all the way to the left winger to tap that one in Breezy. A beautiful play for Buffalo, and a play like that is what it was going to take to break this game open, and the Sabres are the ones that got it.
Here's Slap. Ahead to Breezy, big body check. But Tech in puck support ends up giving it away, unfortunately, to Carmine. His Cams are, I appreciate you, buddy. Welcome to the Citrus Dome, where only excitement and hype is had as we are pushing the 400 follower mark, and we appreciate you being a part of that. As here comes the Sabres out of the zone. Someone's pushed in behind the goal line. Reset here by New York. Crafty looks over to an open wing, but Tex takes it away for Buffalo as we have battle in New York. Yeah, over to Flyer as he comes in to activate from the point. Breezy down low to Tech. We're going to see a big penalty on the play as there was a body check down below the goal line, and it is only going to be 2, and they're probably lucky.
Yeah, very, very lucky that that's only 2. And if you're the Rangers, you got to be a little bit careful here. Buffalo's starting to cook a bit offensively. They get the opening goal of the game, and you saw that was a product of them starting to get things going offensively, getting creative, getting those passes and that quick puck movement flowing. And it's even more dangerous when you take an extra defender off the ice and give them that extra space.
Another one shot on, tipped in front, and another goal by the Sabres. Crazy.
And once again, it came from the quick puck movement of Buffalo, moving it around, spacing the Rangers out a little bit, and then that quick shot from the point with Crazy right down the middle to be able to get a tip on that. And that's why that penalty was so dangerous for New York. Buffalo starting to flow offensively, the quick puck movement, a staple of their game. You take that extra defender off the ice, it gives Buffalo that extra space and a one more man to work with. It came to their advantage right there. They capitalized on it, and now the Rangers have got to find a way to match that offense that Buffalo has, because a 2-goal lead with the way that they are playing offensively right now, very, very dangerous territory for New York to be in.
And they've got Flyer new on the back end, taking no prisoners with Slap. They've been amazing, and Flyer's actually a good buddy of mine from the West Coast as we've met up in real life, and he's a great guy as Drew comes over the line on the forehand. Long shot on Bearded. He sees it easily and stops it.
Yeah, I don't mind that shot. You know, it's the fast minute here, so really more like 25 to 30 seconds here to end the second period. Get a quick shot on that. You never know what might happen. They end up freezing it, and you get a quick chance to maybe get 1 or 2 looks here if you win the offensive zone faceoff.
Puck into the right-hand corner. As that one's dropped in down low. Flyer pushes that one up the left, picked off. Good play there by New York, but it's poke checked, and here goes Tech. He's got Crazy trailing. Tech, Crazy, they score.
And that's a play even Barbie would appreciate right there. How about that one little cell to get that move, to give Crazy a bit of a chance to step up and get open? It made that defender commit a little bit to that one side. He didn't defend the pass. He defended the shooter, and was able to give Tech that one little bit of space for Crazy to come in, Tech to get that pass over to the right side, and so difficult for a goalie to be able to slide to the opposite side post with so little time and space. Milkman not able to get there, and a massive third goal for the Sabres. We talk all the time on how the goals in the first minute and last minute of a period can be so crucial. Buffalo gives one right there, and it could very well be the one that puts them over the top here in this game.
I'm very impressed with the Buffalo Sabres, and not only their front end but their back end has been very good. As you know, this Rangers team, they've had a very hard time getting themselves into a groove. Maybe some changes are going to be necessary down the road, but the Sabres, you know, they weren't great either, Brandon, as they sat at the bottom of the standings. They were arguably recommended as one of the best teams coming into tonight, or into this season, and now they're starting to turn things up with a winning game 1, and it looks like if they play the hockey they've been playing through periods 1 and 2, they may just have a W in this one as well.
Yeah, and I know we've given a lot of attention to the 3 forwards up front, but Flyer and Slap deserve so much credit for what they've been able to do on the back end. You saw they only allowed 1 shot in that first period, a couple of shots there that time for New York to get themselves up to 6, but none of those shots have really been high-grade opportunities. The way that those 2 defenders have been able to take away space and make the Rangers uncomfortable, such a big key, and allowed this offense to start to get things going on the offensive end and give them more time to set things up on the offensive end as well.
As Milkman comes in and says, playing terrible. Absolutely not, buddy. They're having a hell of a game in there. Made a few really good saves as the Rangers look to work it out. They're going to make it harder for you. What a kick save, Milkman. As that one was gifted. Yeah, gifted right out front. Big hit. And here go the Rangers. A little bit of momentum now as Crafty tries to break his way through, but can't connect. And there's a lot of good players on this Rangers team. They just need to get it moving. Here's Crafty backhand. Great save out front. Frenchie with a chance as that one goes off of a pad.
Ooh, a little aggressive there.
Here's Frenchie, turns it back around, and now a power play coming for the Rangers. A great opportunity for them to turn it up right now.
Yeah, and you can tell the Rangers, they're playing with a sense of desperation right now. This looks like a completely different team just in terms of play style from what we saw in the first 2 periods. When things were kind of slow, defense was really dominating the game, goaltenders were making big saves. They were able to do that, but now down by 3, you just get that feeling that they've ramped up the aggression by 10, and they get a power play rewarded for their efforts because of that really aggressive forecheck. All 3 forwards were forechecking on that play, and they got rewarded.
Crafty. He's hit hard off of the puck. Puck tried to be broken out by the Sabres, but it's Crafty who drops it to the line, takes the hit to make a play back to Frenchie. Frenchie still with it, gets it down low. Here's Drew with it. Drew up high to Crafty. Crafty over the one-dimer. Garmin was wide open, but it's picked off by Breezy, and he's got speed. Breezy, what a move, dances down over to the back door, but in behind the net. Too little, too late with Slap. And that allows the Rangers to come back with it on the power play. Drew between the legs, drops it back to Carmine at the point and brings it around down low. Here's Flyer. Clapped off of the shin pads there of defender I Carmine. Here's Drew. Over to Frenchie. Frenchie tried to slip that one down though to Crafty. It goes to Drew. Drew, Crafty out front. He's there. Couldn't pull the trigger. Puck high as that one just goes wide. That was a gorgeous shot, but doesn't find its home. Another shot on going to be saved there by Bearded, and the Rangers, they're throwing everything at it now. Slap. Tried to toe drag one over the line. It was the Rangers for an odd man rush. Big hit there on the left-hand side. Flyer took a chance, made the right play, but he gave the puck away. It doesn't matter, though, as the Rangers offside.
I really like the way the Rangers are playing in this period. Very aggressive, just throwing everything they possibly can right now at the Buffalo Sabres and just trying to see if they can get something to go their way, just a little bit momentum to turn in their direction. And right now, it's hard to argue that they maybe could get that break. They just have to keep pushing, and they cannot allow the Rangers to get another goal. 11:47, you can see 3 goals in that time. They've got to score one here quickly and then let the rest follow.
Clap. Up ahead to Breezy. They try and get into the Sabres, but they're offside as well. So Brandon will just get another quick reset.
Yeah, and I think that if you're the Rangers, or excuse me, if you're the Sabres, you don't really mind that. You want to maybe slow this game down a little bit with how aggressive New York is playing. They're flying all over the ice. They're thriving on chaos. And if you're Buffalo, you maybe want to settle some of that momentum down a little bit.
Semp, you legend! Semp coming in with the first sub of the stream. He just popped my sub cherry tonight. Thank you so much, Seb, with the gifted sub over to Notorious NHL. As we're now 3 off of 950 and 9 off of our first sub goal. Seb, thank you so much, bro. I love it and appreciate it. Here's Drew over the line. Drew, long shot, goes over to the left-hand side. Crafty mitts with it. Back to the point. Shot on, going to be blocked by Breezy. He's doing it all. Poke checked off. Here goes Crazy. Crazy, he's got one guy to beat. Crazy coming down, throws it across, and couldn't get the shot away. And there it comes, and Milkman's all over it.
How about the defense from the point from the 2 forwards right there of Buffalo? It started out with Breezy with that block shot, laying his body on the line, spreading out to get in front of that shot, and then Crazy poking that away, getting that odd man rush that almost led to an opportunity, but still leaves him with an offensive possession.
Yo, Tubbers. I love Tubbers, bro. Thank you for the follow, my guy. As that one pops out, Drew poke checked off. Breezy turns it back around. What a move! Breezy in the left-hand corner couldn't get around a third check, but he gets it out front to Crazy. Backhand stopped by Milkman. Attack on the right-hand side. Gets poked off by the Rangers. They're going to try and break it out. They finally do. Here goes Crafty. Self-sauce into the corner to get speed, but it's picked up by Slap. And the Sabres take it out. They give it away, though, to Carmine. And the Rangers, they really need a goal. They send this one all the way down. Can Crafty get there? He's all over Flyer behind the goal. Slap comes in to help him out to get that puck out. That's the partner you want on your defensive side. Over to Breezy. He eats the check, but takes a check to make a play. Gets it into the offensive zone. Tech looking for a lane out front. Stopping up. Finally does. Gets it to Crazy. It's stopped out front, though, by Milkman. And here go the Rangers. They'd love to get one now. 2-on-1. Frenchie looks across, but it looked like there was 10 Sabres coming back to help out. Yo, Skateful Dad, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that a ton. Oh, big hit by Breezy as that one comes over the line offside. And I think it's all but a formality again here, Brandon, as it's 3-0 for Buffalo.
Yeah, and unfortunate for New York, because I really felt like they played really well in this third period, but just have not been able to get the goals in order to back up some of that offensive generation that they've had. Really haven't been able to get the shots either. Just 2 shots so far in this third period. So all of that chaos that they caused, all of the offensive zone time they've had, just no quality opportunities so far rewarding them.
Bobby says Flyers are up 7-0 on the Sharks as they've collapsed.
Wow.
After having an 8-0 week. It's a good job by Flyer. Gets it over to the left-hand side. Breezy dangles. Nice move into the middle. Shot on backdoor for Tech as he hits the side of the net. 8-0, he says. I know, boy, those poor Sharks. It's Crafty. Drop back to Monkey Wrench. Shot on. Going to be tipped into the left-hand corner. Bearded doesn't have to worry about that one. He might hear, though. Carmine, what a pickoff, but passes it into the right-hand corner. Carmine looks to bring it out front. Can't get around the defense of the Sabres. They send it all the way down with no time left. They're going to get there first, though. Breezy, wrap around. Crazy backhand kick save. Milkman. He had a hell of a third period here. A slap over the line offside, and we'll get probably one more face-off before we finish this one up.
You know, it might not be the early 1900s, but the Milkman has certainly delivered so far in this game. I know he said he felt like he was playing terribly, but I gotta be honest, man, I thought Milkman was probably the best player on the ice in this game for the Rangers. And an unfortunate result for New York to not be able to get this win after they had that tough loss against New Jersey to start out. But give Buffalo a lot of credit, a team that came in with high expectations, hadn't met them coming into the night, and so far, a solid 2-0 night for them, and a really solid win here tonight that all start with their defensive production and led into offensive production for one little run right when they needed them to carry it away for it.
Yeah, very, very good game here for the Sabres as they win their last one, Brandon. They win this one too, and these Rangers, maybe some changes coming this week.
Yeah, you maybe just kind of wonder if it is that time, because you don't want to drop too many points. You just don't want to. And, you know, it's one thing to have a bad week. You can afford that. That's kind of your mulligan, right? You kind of think, okay, we're going to have 1 week where we don't meet our expectations. We might only get 3 or 4 wins. I think everyone kind of prepares for that somewhat mentally, because you're going to have weeks like that. I think that's what San Jose is experiencing right now. It's just that one bad week where things just are not going their way. Things are not clicking. But I don't think you'll see them change too many things too drastically, because they did just come off of an 8-0 week and looked like the most dominant team in the league. But you have 2 back-to-back rough weeks. If you're a team like Seattle, Toronto, Nashville, I think at this point you could put maybe New York in that conversation. If St. Louis loses another one, they're in that conversation. I think that is where you start to maybe look like, okay, where can we mix and shuffle some things around? Because what we have is not what we need to get us where we need to go. We're 2 weeks in. We don't have time to just sit there and wait for things to click, because, like we said, every game is one less opportunity for you to make up points in the standings. So you maybe wonder, especially with Buffalo being one of those teams that is below the playoff cut line, maybe New York is maybe a team people are looking at as, hey, they might look to go and make a few changes here over the week.
Game 3 of the evening here. As we get a little bit of excitement there in the chat in between games, as Avalanche going head-to-head here, coming off a loss where Eagle and the boys did their best there, taking them Wings to overtime, but it was the Wings that got the better of them. They looked to bounce back against a mean New Jersey Devils squad. Face off one back. Here's Spawn for the Avalanche, looking for a play all the way down. It ends up in the right-hand corner. Avalanche circle back around to the point. That one shot on, goes off of a shin pad. It's going to be worked out. Lambo, he eats a check, but John's there in good puck support. This one's going to be offside. New Jersey's got to tag up. Keane over the line. That one's turned over. Spawn gets that up to Don. Nice moves walking through, but coming back is Lambo in the back check, looking for the Omaha play to Reap. It goes off his rump. Mahomey moves that one over. That one's poke checked off. Long shot on, easily steered aside there by Big for Life. And Avalanche reset their own zone. Here's Don up the left-hand boards, coming down with speed. Looks out front, backhand shot on. Going to be robbed there by Spite. Puck moved back out front by the Avalanche. Reeves takes it away for the New Jersey Devils. They dump that one in onside. But Spawn's there first. Spawn into the middle. Jay Pepper quickly over to Mahomey. Mahomey in the right-hand side, battling D's hands. They get it over to Keane. New Jersey's got to be careful here. This one's going to go out of play, but no penalty.
Oh, very, very fortunate. It looks like the Devils, they were flirting with danger a little bit on that dump out, but nevertheless, still going to have to get a defensive zone faceoff win. Gives Colorado a chance to set up if they win this and get some offense going for the first goal of the game.
Face off one into the left-hand corner by the Devils. They take their time getting out. And they get one up ahead to Reap. Reap spins, shoots. What a save. Big for Life.
Boy, Reap was trying to get on the YouTube channel with a bit of a highlight play. Tried to make the top 10 with that spinorama leading into the shot. But when you have a guy like Big for Life that can stay in position, you know he's going to be where he needs to be. A very solid goalie in his own right. Read that play well, didn't bind the move, and stayed held strong to that short side to make the save.
Well, he'll get on the YouTube, but I don't know if he's making the top 10 with that one. Stride deep by Dawn as this one's back to the point for Devil. Devil into the middle. John gets that one out. Here's Lambo. With a bit of space, tried to walk all the way through, forced out to the outside by the Avalanche. Lambo tries to come back out, run over. Spawn looking to move it aside, but Keane takes it away out front. Spawn, good job by him to intercept, and quickly out to Dawn on the breakout. Dawn in behind the goal line, brings that one all the way around to Devil. Hits Mahomey in the middle. It's going to go all the way over to the left-hand side to Dawn. Dawn gets bumped off the puck by New Jersey. It's going to be brought out now on the left-hand side by Reap. Pokes it in down low. Trying to get after it is New Jersey on the forward check, but good defense allows the Avalanche to get it at least out to center right. Dees over to Lambo. Pops back out to Dees at the point. He's going to slowly walk that one in. Curls it around, tipped on, and good save by Big. Reap right back after it out front. Intercepted by Jay Pepper, and here he goes. Jay Pepper self-sauces, drops that one at the line for Spawn. Spawn into the middle. Jay Pepper backdoor. What a save! Spite Gamer.
What a massive play right when the Avs came in transition, got a quick opportunity. Spite with a big-time save, robbing them of the opening goal of the game, and both goaltenders so far stepping up and making big plays.
Another dance in, they score!
He danced his way in and he cleared the dance floor for himself, and it all happened on the beautiful pass right there over to Don to make that play happen. We saw Don kind of cut in there just a little bit, but we talked about Spawn, a guy that's so dangerous with the puck on his stick, able to kind of cut his way in, get that room, and make that pass over to Don to happen to get the opening goal.
That one's poke check job. Mahomey walks in. Look at the space, dancing in, back door. What a save, Spite again. As we're starting to see the show within the show, Brandon, a trademark saying from you and me that we use all the time is when the boys start dancing around. As here comes Don for the Avalanche. He spins as they get even cuter, but John takes it away, gets it to a partner. D's quickly ahead to Reap over the line. Reap drops that one back to the point to D's. He's watched closely there by Mahomey, and an odd man rush starts for the Avalanche. Mahomey looks across, but a diving play. Jay Pepper with a shot, and Spite Gamer's gonna hold on for a whistle.
And Spite Gamer has been gaming despite the chances from Colorado so far in the last 5 minutes. They've had some really dangerous opportunities and a lot of chances that have been very in close, that you could see a lot of bounces, you could see a lot of rebounds, but every single time Spite has read the play well, he's tracked the puck, and has been in position to make that big save and to stop Colorado from even padding this lead further.
There's Dees as he rings that one around down below the goal line. Picked up by Lambo, but he's met by Don, and maybe a Omaha play here by the Avalanche, but it goes on net and gets skated by. So that's it for period one. These mean Avalanche are up 1-0 against the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, it has been an avalanche of opportunities that they have earned themselves. As you see another big save there from Spite. I mean, he had to have taken at least 7 or 8 shots, I think, in that first period, but it was the Spawn to Don connection that makes the difference in this game. That beautiful little cut move there by Spawn, the quick pass over to Don, who was set up in front to tap that one in, and it gave Colorado that 1-goal advantage. But this has been a very back and forth game. It's been everything that we hoped that it would be and thought it would be. Two teams that are riding hot streaks have been very, very sound and very productive all week long, and so far it has met that expectation so far, Lime.
It has. It's been fantastic between these two hockey clubs, and we expected this, didn't we? As the Devils came in, they won their first 2, and this Avs team is always ready to go here, Brandon. So let's get back into period 2 between the Avalanche and the New Jersey Devils Adult Gaming League. As the game's been popping. It's 1-0 here for the Avalanche. Don picks that puck up, comes over the blue line, tries to get that one through, but it's taken back by the Devils. Keane quickly over to Reap, but he pushes that one in from his own side of center. No icing, though, as Spawn gets there first. There's Mahomey. Looking for the pass across, decides to hold on. Smart plays. He gets around one defender, sauces it on net. A little bit of a tricky play, trying to bank that one in.
Yeah, the Avalanche, they have been very calculated so far, earning some of their offensive opportunities. And not only that, but some of that calculation, able to force a mistake from New Jersey. They draw that penalty on Keane, who, keep in mind, is the center. So a bit of an advantage here for the Avalanche in the offensive zone on the faceoff.
Devil over to the right-hand side. As the Avalanche started on a power play. Here's Devil walking in, decides to go back. Puck over onto the right hand. Shot on. Good save there, Brandon. But Avs go back to work. And it's dumped all the way down. They don't help themselves there.
Just misfiring on a few of those passes. I think the Devil was looking for that one-time play over on that same side to Mahomey, and they just weren't connecting on it. And then once again, the pass all the way from the bottom, trying to get it back up to the opposite side point, and that pass just did not connect. You like the idea of Colorado being able to cycle it around and trying to take their time to get that one clear look, but you have to be able to hit on your passes. Can't afford mistakes like that because you're doing the Devil's work for them, killing off that penalty and draining off that power play time.
Puck in behind the net, picked back up and worked out. Here goes Reap. Reap, as they finally kill that one off, they get Keane out of the box. He turns it over. But a good job by the Devils to corral it back. Here's John. Pushes across. Jay Pepper, right time, right place. And here go the Avalanche the other way over the line offside.
That was a big kill for New Jersey, really being able to come out of that pretty unscathed. Only one shot on net there for Colorado. None of them all that dangerous. Spike Gamer able to kind of keep himself in a pretty calm state. So you're still only down by 1. You get Keane out of the box and you have a chance to plug away once again and try to get that tying answer.
Puck into the left-hand corner by the Avalanche as they set up in the offensive zone with 14 to go in period 2. Back to the point to Spawn. Spawn, poke check to side, but he corrals it back over to the right-hand side. What a save there by Spike Gamer, and he's been fantastic. And this could turn into an odd man rush if they're quick for the Devils. Puck into the corner. Spawn says not today. Great job by him. Gets it up to his brother Mahomey. That one's poke checked off as we got another brother group, but on the same side this time. As puck over to the right-hand boards. Reap with it. Reap walks out, being watched closely by Mahomey, then bumped off by Jay Pepper. Odd man rush, Avalanche. Mahomey hit hard, though, by John, and these defense on the right-hand side have been great here, Brandon, all night long. It's Don. Couple little moves to open up some space. Can't get the pass through. And Reap carries it out, dumps it in. That one goes around into the right-hand corner. Spawn doubles it back out. Mahomey quickly. Jay Pepper up to Don. Don with Jay Pepper. Feeds him, but all over him is D's hands. Not my hands, D's hands. Mahomey Pushes it out front, looking for Jay Pepper, and finally gets to Don. Backhand whiffed on it, and here goes New Jersey with non-stop action. Spawn gets that one up to Don. It goes off his own team's shin pad, and here comes the Devils. They score! Lambo ties the game.
And that play all started off of a big mistake there from Colorado. A bit of a miscommunication. Two teammates bump into one another with one of them having the puck. It jars it loose. It ends up in a turnover. Two Devils chase that one on down, and it gives them possession and gives them the tying mark. A great job there from Lambo, who, as we mentioned, big key to this Devils team, and he almost got another chance right there off the faceoff. But nevertheless, a critical mistake from Colorado ends up in the Devils' hands, and they take it, capitalize on it, and tie this game because of it.
Devils have back-to-back wins to start off tonight, and they're gonna look for another one. Keane tried to self-sauce it 3, ended up losing it. Reap with a distant shot, blockered away by Big for Life. Here's Dees into the corner. Keane tried to force that one outside or inside, but it's gonna be taken away by the Avalanche. Mahomey backdoor to Spawn, who was up in the play, as I had to double check that one, Brandon.
Yeah, and Keane, he took an injury on that as well, so that's going to be something to really look out here for New Jersey in what has been a very fast-paced game. Your centerman down the middle, now injured, not going to have that same speed or agility for the next 5 minutes or so of this game, so something to keep an eye of. Maybe if we see some offsides, that could be a reason why, just because that center not having the same speed, might see a defender try to get up in the play as well.
Lambo within the left-hand corner. That one comes out. Dawn ends up taking it away. And we got a new YouTube video, guys, out. If you guys don't mind clicking that and just leaving it on in the background with the sound on and helping us out with that watch time, we would really appreciate it. Liking and subscribing to the channel as well. As that one pushed through. Good job there by the Devils to stop that from the Avalanche. 2 minutes to go here in period 2. Dawn on the back check, bumping the Devils off the puck, and here come the Avalanche. A minute and a half to go. Dawn with speed into the middle to Mahomey. He can't get the shot away. Finally does off the wrong side of the net. Spawn comes in to help out his brother and gets it down low to him. Mahomey, high slot intercepted by Reap, and he's going to try to sauce past Devil. Does a good job on the forward check to get it back. Looks for Lambo, but Spawn's all over it. What a great defender Spawn is. Not only is he good in between the pipes, Brandon, he's great on D as well.
Yeah, he can contribute offensively. He can go back in the zone end and make a big play as he did there. Spawn can really do a little bit of everything, and he has been a massive key to this game, but it is the Devils that get the lone goal in that second period and tied this game up at 1 apiece. And how entertaining has this game been so far, my friends? I mean, back and forth all game long. You saw Colorado really put on a lot of the pressure, get things going. They have a lot of that time on attack, as you see in a lot of the shots on net, but New Jersey there in the last 6 to 7 minutes really pushed back, got some chances, got some zone time, and the one mistake from Colorado, the two teammates bump into each other in their own zone, lose the puck, the Devils capitalize on that turnover and end up scoring on it. And this just feels like a game where you wonder if that one mistake could be the difference, if that one play that you capitalized on could be the difference that gives your team the win. This is going to be a very close game, could very well be a game that is decided by that one play that makes the difference. We'll see who can make it, we'll see which team can get the advantage of it, and we'll see if it's the Devils or the Avalanche as the third period's underway.
Mahomey comes into the right-hand side, gets it down low as Dawn goes to work in this 1-1 hockey game. AGL games of the week, game 3. Puck pushed out the right. Reap dumps that one in. Here's Reap back with the puck. He circles it back around to the right-hand side. They decide to reverse it again, Brandon, but a good read by the Avalanche. And here comes Mahomey with speed over to Dawn. Back to Mahomey. He's got Jay Pepper. Couldn't get the pass through to him. He was being bumped off of the puck by a good defense of John. But he sends that one all the way down, and it will be icing.
Yeah, and a big opportunity here for Colorado to try to get things going once again. They've had a lot of the time on attack. They've had a barrage of chances throughout this game with just one goal to show for it, and a lot of that has to do with the great goaltending of Spite. What can they do to break them? Could this offensive zone opportunity be their chance to do it?
Lambo brings that one in, looks out front. Stolen away, though, by the Avalanche, and quickly worked out. Here goes Dawn. Dawn sachets by, picked off by Lambo, and here go the Devils. Odd man rush if they're quick. As Keane saucered across, nobody home. Devil for the Avalanche over to Spawn in this very exciting 1-1 hockey game. We would love overtime if that is what we get, but these Avalanche seem to be pouring it on here. But a good job by Keane to take it aside. Dumps that one in. Big ends up making a kick save on that one. Throws it out. And here goes the Avalanche up the middle. Jay Pepper over to Dawn on the left. Dawn, he's got Mahomey, but D's hands a ghetto over him. Jay Pepper looks out front, but John takes that puck away, and the Devils come back. Back-to-back action here as it's moved out, and we might have a breakaway. Mahomey poke checked off. What defense by the Devils.
How good of John and D's hands denying back-to-back opportunities from the Avalanche where they could have had an odd man rush or even a breakaway. Great job from the two defenders keeping this game at one apiece.
Looking behind the goal line, wrapped around. Spike gamers all over that. And with 10 minutes to go in period 3, we're 5 subs off our first sub goal this evening, and this has been a banger.
Yeah, this has been arguably one of the most entertaining games we have seen all week and all season long. And you just get that feeling line that the next goal could very well be the one that wins it.
And that could have been it, Brandon, but whiffed on out front as Mahomey made a perfect pass that didn't connect. Jay Pepper saucers that one down low, looks back for Jay Pepper all the way back to the point to Devil. Over to Spawn at the point, but he's offside.
Yeah, just wasn't able to keep that puck past the blue line, and he just skated over past it, tried to save it, and could not in time. And unfortunately for the Avalanche, it kind of dies down a little bit of that offensive momentum they had, unless they can win this faceoff here and get back in the zone immediately.
Here's Sniper through the middle, intercepted by Jay Pepper. He comes across the line with speed, dumps it into the left-hand corner. Back to the point to Spawn, long shot on up front for Dawn. What a kick save, Spite! And that allows Reap to come up a bit, but what a save by Spike Gamer. He's done it all game long and continues to tonight. Puck brought out by Lambo over the line. Reap's offside, but how about Spite, Brandon?
Yeah, he has been absolutely phenomenal all game long, and that save right there that he just made might be one of the most impressive, because not only did he have to make that first save by getting over in position, but he had a second chance and he had to save too and get back over to that left side post in time to deny Colorado in a really in-close angle.
Lambo walks out with it for the Devils in this 1-1 game. 5 minutes to go. Lambo into the middle, back to the line to D's hands, but that one's blocked, and here come the Avalanche, 3-on-2. Jay Pepper comes through the middle, but they end up clogging themselves, and it's an odd man rush the other way. Reap, poke checked aside. Good defense there by the Avalanche by Spawn, and Spawn's gonna break it out to his brother Mahomey. Mahomey drops to Pepper, back to Mahomey, and almost gets back to Jay Pepper in the middle, but Mahomey's gonna bring it in, and Jay Pepper ends up taking a 200-foot penalty from inside the opposing team's crease, and he's gonna sit for 2.
Yeah, and those are the penalties you just hate to see. Jay Pepper is such a good two-way center, but that is a penalty you don't want to see yourself take. You're behind the forward. You don't have any chance of being able to poke check it. And, I get it. It's instinct. You want to try to make a play. Well, it's a close game. You don't want to give the opposition that opportunity, but you take a cheap penalty like that, give New Jersey a cheap power play late in this third period, tied at 1. And now for the Devils, a chance for them to have that extra man on the ice, get that offense rolling, and potentially go in and make what could very well be a game-winning goal here with less than 3 minutes to play.
Face-off tied up. Reap brings it up. What a save! Because we're going to need a few more of those from Big for Life if they want to take a W. As Avalanche come down on a little bit of a power kill, they're going to have to double right back, though, as Reap comes through quickly. Gives that one away to Devil. It's fired right back onto Reap's stick. Here's Keane. Oh, he almost walked by, but good poke check there by the defense of the Avalanche from Devil. Right-hand side, same side, one-timer. Look at how far Big is over to read that one.
Yeah, because it was a very odd-angled one-timer that was put on there by New Jersey, and you never really see a one-timer taken from the winger all the way over on the boards, but that's exactly what Reap did. So in response, Big had to be a little bit further to his post.
Yo! Oh my God! We hit 1,000! War Machine OG coming in with a 50 bomb! Fetty! You legend! How are your games tonight, brother? Oh my god, what a legend, guys. If you got gifted a sub from that, go give him a thank you. As they go back door, and that one's taken away by Devil. Fetty, how was your night? My mom's giving a bang in the chat. Fetty, thank you so much, dude. As New Jersey comes back through into the middle, intercepted by Jay Pepper. We have under a minute to go here. Fetty, you popped in at a great time. That puck drops off for Dawn. Dawn scores!
Dawn in the clutch moment, short-handed, he finds his opportunity, he beats a hot goalie in spite, and he puts it in backhand. Wow, you're New Jersey, you have a 5-on-3, turns into a 5-on-4, you have everything going for you, and then Dawn just slips his way past everyone, gets the breakaway and puts it in.
Bro.
And for the Devils, that is so anticlimactic, but remember, still on a power play for 45 seconds, a lot of time here to get one goal.
Unbelievable. War Machine OG with a big 50 bomb in the chat, guys. Give him a big thank you. He's an absolute legend. Biggest stream supporter here at the King Lime team in the Citrus Dome. His face is on the wall. That one's dumped all the way down and turned back around by the New Jersey Devils as they streak over the line. Over to Reap. They need one. Back up high. It's blocked. Great job by the Avs. As remember, they're killing a penalty here. That was on shorthanded goal. They ended up scoring from Dawn. Here's D's hands. Watch through. What a save. And another penalty. It's going to be 4-on-4.
Oh, and that right there, that is a tough time to take that penalty if you're New Jersey. And once again, it's the centerman in Keene. So in what is a massive, massive face-off, you're not even going to have your centerman in the middle to take it. Now remember, Reap is a guy that where he is very versatile. Maybe he can find a way to win this face-off, but boy, that was a tough, tough, tough one to lose right there.
Puck brought out for the Devils. They send that one all the way down. It's going to come back. They're going to have to do it from their own end again.
And with just 6.4 remaining, so Reap has to win this face-off, and everyone has to take off immediately here. But if Colorado wins this face-off, I think that very well does it.
Another shot on, goes wide. And that will do it. Dawn wins the game short-handed. Unbelievable.
How about that game, Lime? So entertaining from puck drop to final buzzer, and it's Dawn who got both goals to win it for the Avalanche.
Final game of the evening. It is going to be the Sharks versus Golden Knights early for us, Brandon. We love that. And it is arguably game of the week. Bobby Rash on center starting off against Freeze. And it is going to be Bobby bringing it in. Kick play on the left-hand side. Up front, what a save! As Kid Money robbed early by Blunt Warrior.
Yeah, this is a matchup of two really good goalies. We talked about Blunt Warrior. We talked about Trology. Both of these guys are absolutely stellar in between the pipes. They're going to have some big saves like that one to win this game and make a difference.
Run like hell out front. Good defense from Vegas. They got Ruddy Daniels back there, an instrumental player on the Vegas Golden Knights on the back end. There's Titanic Candle making a great play. Here's the Cupidon. What a move. Back door. But good defense on the other side from Corwan. Shuts that down, but the wraparound's in. Reaps. What a goal.
And how about that play? It was a really good play there from Corwan, as you mentioned, to read that pass and go over to where LeCupidon was looking to get that one. But nevertheless, you know what they say, you never give up on the play. And Reaps was there, was able to get to that puck, just wrapped it in, and Trology not able to get to it in time. Vegas with a quick start, not even 4 minutes into this game, getting the opening goal.
Puck going to be worked back around by the Vegas Golden Knights as they start off with a 1-0 lead. Big hit there by Blades of Steel. He gets it ahead to Bobby. Bobby gets bumped off of the puck as well. But he gets it right back. Bobby trying to one-hand tuck that thing, I think, Brandon. But Titanic Candle was all over him, so he wasn't able to get free. Run like hell. Plays catch with Corderon in the neutral zone. Looks into the middle. Good job by Titanic Candle. Gets it over to the right-hand side. And your goal scorer for the Vegas Golden Knights is going to take his time in his defensive zone. Over to the Cupidon. No, he set him up for a big hit there as Blades of Steel taking no predators. It seems like the left-hand side of that rink tonight has been very heavy with hits, as there we see one on the other side from none other than Ruddy Daniels laying the body. Here's Freeze for Vegas. Moves that over to Titanic Candle. He was looking for the dump in, Brandon, but it was blocked.
You know, you mentioned Blades of Steel, who put that massive hit on LeCupidon. Something to keep in mind is that Blades, he has 30 hits in the 8 games he's played, so he's a guy that is not afraid to lay the body around a little bit. Very, very stout in his own zone, but he'll get aggressive when he needs to. Something to look out for LeCupidon, who, as we mentioned, leading goal scorer, leading point getter in the AGL coming into tonight.
Unlike hell, wraps it around to Kid Money. Back to the point, Blades of Steel. Kid Money, Bobby's Rash. What a pass to Kate. Oh, what a goal.
And we said it, Line. We talked about it during the pregame. What separates San Jose is that they are always able to make that one little extra move, that one little extra pass that always makes the difference between a savable play and a play that there is nothing that a goalie can do about. And that right there was a play that there was nothing that Blunt could do about it. That extra little pass from Bobby, selling that shot, giving it over to Run Like Hell, and letting her pot that in. That is what made that play happen. Nothing you can do about that if you're Blunt Force. And just like that, we're tied at 1. In this game, 10 minutes in, everything is advertised.
Exactly what we thought. The game of the week here, and that one backdoor for Vegas with Blades of Steel. He steals that puck away, no pun intended. Here's Kid Money, has Bobby Rash ahead of him. Looking for the one-timer over for Run Like Hell. But that one's picked off, and that allows Vegas to come through. But keep it on. Moves that one into the middle, taken away by Korawan. Up to Run Like Hell to Bobby's Rash in stride. Bobby's Rash in the middle. Over to Kid Money. Kid Money looking for Run Like Hell. Couldn't connect the pass. They're trying to go tic-tac-toe again, Brando.
Yeah, once again, tried to make that extra pass. Just didn't have the room to squeeze that in. But that's what we're talking about with San Jose. They always try to make that one little extra play.
Another shot on is going to be blockered away. And Bobby has it on the hash marks. Looks for Kate, but Ruddy Daniels takes it away. Now Reeps stops up. Looks back to the line. Jumping in the middle was Freeze. Probably would have liked to got a tip on that one. And Bobby's tripped up. We're going to see a penalty on the play. Bobby looking over for Run Like Hell off of a skate. And we're going to see a power play here for the Sharks.
Yeah, right now you just kind of feel like Vegas on their heels a little bit ever since they got that opening goal. It kind of came at a weird point to where it was so early in the game. It came off of a nice little transition play, but ever since then it feels like San Jose has been better at getting sustained offensive opportunities, and this power play wanting to help that call. We'll see if they can capitalize on it and give themselves their first lead.
Power play for the Sharks as Bobby starts off on the right. Goes down to Core. One back to Bobby on the give and go, but stoned by Blunt. Here comes Vegas into the zone, trying to sashay by. There was Freeze, but a good defense stops that one up quickly. Here's Run Like Hell. Bobby stays on side. I heard him pull a groin. There's Blades of Steel. Back down to Kid Money as they're still trying to force that one across. But Ruddy Daniels, he's reading that like a book right now. A little bit of miscommunication there by the Sharks, but Korawan eventually gets it up to Kid Money. Kid Money toe drags that one. Good job by Korawan and good puck support. Kid Money, Bobby looking across again for the tic-tac-toe, but Ruddy Daniels is there.
And if Bobby was on the opposite side handed to goal, he was forehand on that left side, left-handed on the left side. He was not able to get the air on that shot that he ideally would have liked to, and it led to Blunt being able to make that save. But if he is right-handed, that is most definitely a goal there for San Jose. Very fortunate for Vegas.
There's one out front. What a save again by Blunt off Run Like Hell. Here's Reeps. Bringing it in. Last chance effort for Vegas. Freeze off the post. And Trilogy had to be sharp with that one.
Had to be very sharp because it almost just kind of squeaked its way past them after a couple of moves and a little bit of almost like a pass shot that went in over on Trilogy. Hit off the post, rang off the pad. Could have gone very, very badly off of balance, but lucky for Trilogy, well positioned and got rewarded for it.
Well, Blunt making big saves as we wrap up this period, Brando, and it's been a good effort by these Sharks, but we are all knotted up at 1.
We're all knotted up, and I don't think anyone is surprised to see that two teams that have been, like we said, really knotted together all season long so far. When they've been at the top, it's been together. When they've been struggling, it's been together. When they have dominated, it has been together. And how fitting, after the first period, they're tied at 1-1. So, you know, that's what you love to see. These are the type of action that we love to see. These are the types of games that we love to see. And so far, I think that I have to give that one little bit of advantage to San Jose. It just feels like they have been able to capitalize a little bit more on their opportunities. They have sustained offensive pressure a little bit more, while for Vegas, it's been very hit or miss. They've gotten chances, but it hasn't been consistent. They need to consistently get into the offensive zone, get a cycle going, and keep San Jose from getting comfortable and generating offensively, because when they get that momentum and they get that run, we've seen the damage that they're able to put up.
And when Vegas Golden Knights have Blunt in the back end, you know, they really have been a good job rolling over teams. They do everything but getting smoked here. And we're going to go back to our opening draw in the second period, which is won by the Vegas Golden Knights. Here's the Cupidon. That one's pushed across, picked back up here by Bobby, and out go the Shark. Kid Money over to Kate. Kate drops that one back to the point. Nice move by Cora. Back to Kate. Kate tried to walk out, ran into the back, and then gets it to Bobby and robbed by Blunt again. Cupidon. Here goes Vegas. 3-on-2. Reaps, rips one. Trilogies. What a save.
What a save by Trilogy, but once again, give a whole deal of credit to Korawan, who came on the back end and was able to be there positionally. He dived down, disrupted that play a little bit positionally, and adjusted that to give Trilogy the nice angle to be able to read that play, take the shot, and make the save he needed to.
What a night we're having tonight. 3-on-2. Kid Money for the back end, but couldn't get that one by Blunt.
We talked about how the goaltending was going to be a massive, massive key in this game, and you saw one big save from Trilogy, and right after that, on the other end, Blunt comes in and makes a big save right back. These two guys are two of the best goalies you'll find in the AGL. They're showing you why right now.
Run like hell, looking to push that one across. Picked up in the corner by Freeze. Poke jacked away. Up the left-hand boards, the Cupidon all alone, robbed by Trilogy. Another shot on save, third save. As he's unbelievable for the Sharks. His run like hell gets just flattened by Ruddy Daniels. That one poke checked off on the right-hand board. Another shot on Trilogy. He's been on one here in period 2. We're still at 1.
And boy, hasn't he. It's one thing to rob a great scoring opportunity, but it's another to do it from the league's leading goal scorer and point getter in Cupidon. That is no easy play to make, but Trilogy once again stepping up in a big situation and making the save happen. You just got to wonder which team's going to be able to break through if both of these teams' goalies playing so stout and denying really good opportunities.
Here's Reeves over the blue line. One's going to be reset by Ruddy Daniels by Vegas. This one's rung in behind the net. The Cupidon looking out from it. Run like hell, able to eat that one up and bring it out. Freeze takes that puck back, and it's going to be circled around by Vegas once again. Reeves walking into the zone. That's offside as Bobby Rash gives that one away and sets back up on defense, but thankfully Vegas throws it all the way down the ice. And as we're halfway through this hockey game, Brando, 10 subs off our next sub goal here tonight in our final game of the evening between two top teams. We're all tied.
Yeah, that's exactly what we thought. We would get a very high quality game where the offense has been great, the defense has stepped up at big points, and the goaltenders have made big saves. That's another one there by Blunt.
4-1. Trying to get that one down low, but Freeze able to take that away, and there's a big body check in the neutral zone. Blaze looking up to Bobby. That one turned around, though, and the Sharks fighting for it. A little bit of neutral zone hockey here. That one ripped on Trilogy, and he's able to make a routine save.
You know, we talked about which one of these teams are going to be able to break these goaltenders. You kind of wonder what it's going to take even to break both of these two goalies. You maybe wonder if they try to set up for a tip player for a rebound. That might be what you have to do with how positionally sound both Trilogy and Blunt have been.
Puck gets dumped down low by Vegas, but it is going to be Kid Money who takes that one out. Bobby Looks across. That puck's taken away by Freeze over to Ruddy Daniels.
And stay down.
Good job taking a hit to make a play there as the Vegas Golden Knights is run like hell trying to come in. It's Corwin leading the charge here. The defenseman for the Sharks, what moves? Oh, the give and go and they score!
Flip it, ring it up, and put it on the highlight reel because what a play by the defenseman in Curon to be able to step up, make the play, dance his way to the middle, pass it over to Kid Money who feeds his defenseman back for that quick one-time play, gets the shot through the traffic, and beats Blunt, which has been a difficult task to do in this game. What a play by San Jose. They take the lead and do it in style.
2-1 against Vegas Golden Knights here tonight. That one's brought over the line, bumped off is Bobby's Rash, and it's brought out by LeCupidon, and that's the guy you don't want to have the rock. What a move to stop up over to Freeze with the block there. Oh, Kid Money came back and made a game-saving block. It's Bobby. Over to the right-hand side, run like hell, eats a check there. Ruddy Daniels, he's a dominant player for the Vegas Golden Knights. He's showing it tonight. Reeps. LeCupidon back to Reeps, walks through. What a save trilogy as he goes around the world with the glove.
Oh, that's highway robbery by Trilogy right there. We've seen it from him plenty of times so far tonight, and we talked about it during the pregame line. He made a massive difference in their win versus Nashville that we called last week, making big saves like this one, keeping his team close and in a tie game. He's done it so far again. Now they have the lead. He's going to have to keep doing it because Vegas, they are pushing the issue.
Bobby coming out with it. 8 seconds to go. He's got it. Oh, it's off the post. As what a game. The game of the evening, 2-1 against the San Jose Sharks. Want to let you guys know we are making stream recaps on YouTube. If you guys click that link, would appreciate if you guys sub to the channel. It is free. Like the videos that are on there. And if you guys feel free watching them, that'd be greatly appreciated. Trying to get some runtime on those, and you couldn't be more right, Cookies. What a game, as you guys will be able to catch this on YouTube tomorrow, and highlights and top 10 plays of the week coming to you later this week, Brando. But we are being dealt with a top-notch hockey game here between two aggressive, skilled clubs.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect way to put it. Two teams that are very aggressive. They're in your face, and they will put on the moves whenever they need to. And, you know, speaking of putting on the moves, Lime, you saw it. Take it away, my friend.
Yo, Apex Predator coming in with a host of 20 viewers, guys. I'm not sure if it's going to bring you over here. Refresh it. Come on back in from Apex's stream. It might boot you out as we have one more period of top-notch hockey coming to you guys tonight. And please give a follow over to my man Apex Predator as he's so close to that 75 follows. If you guys click his link and give him a follow, would greatly appreciate it. It was just his birthday yesterday, and we've got period 3 coming to you. San Jose 2-1 as here comes up front. They score just like that. We're all tied at 2.
And we just said it, Vegas is pushing the issue. They're pushing the issue, and this time they do it on what was originally a 2-on-2, but ended up being a 3-on-4. San Jose did a good job getting back after the turnover, but unfortunately for them, just not enough defense there to be able to stop that pass over to the high slot. They were able to put it in, and Vegas, just like that, able to put that puck in, tie this game up at 2, and we've talked about it, Line. These two teams have been tied at the hip in so many ways. It just makes sense that, once again, we're tied in this game in the third period.
As guys, if you don't mind clicking Apex's name, click that little heart when that name pops up and follow that Goats channel. He's the other producer for Kingline Media Team, but what about Ruddy Daniels in the middle, but a pick off on the other side by San Jose. Huge hit on Kate, and she's met the fist of Ruddy Daniels multiple times on the right-hand side. Here's Reeps, walks in, he scores!
And Reitz has taken over this game in the first 5 minutes of the third period. But how about the pass right there? That stretch pass on that breakout over by LaCupidon to be able to get that over to his winger. That one right there. And then the nice little move over by Reitz to just kind of cut, make his way past the defenders, rips that shot on, and beats Trilogy, who couldn't read that puck, I don't believe, based on all the traffic in front of him. And just we're talking about how San Jose has a chance to really take this thing, and Trilogy is putting his team on his back. All of a sudden, in less than 5 minutes, they're down by 1.
Here's Reeps. Up to Bobby. Bobby on the backhand, looking to bring it through. Nets off. We're going to get a face-off in the offensive zone.
And that's exactly what you want for San Jose. The best way to try to kill off some of that momentum that the Golden Knights have got themselves is to start getting on the attack again offensively. They've been so good in the offensive zone, but now they've got to find a way to get a goal since they're down 1.
Puck between the legs by Vegas. They end up dropping that one all the way down by Reeves, but he's got it in the left-hand corner. Good job by Corwan to come in and get some offense started for the Sharks. Bobby Rash toe drags around the defender back door. The pass didn't go through. It looked like a gift.
And he may have had the shot on net there too after the toe drag. Might have been better just putting that one on net.
Bobby comes in and gets stoned, Brandon, just as you're saying that. The Cupidon over in the right, freeze off the wrong side of the goal.
The Cupidon, we're saying his name a lot more in this period here, Lime. He's getting active.
Puck in behind the net. Ruddy Daniels is going to work it out for the Vegas Golden Knights. Ruddy picks that back up for Vegas. And Vegas doesn't mind this, Brandon. They'll reset that 30 times. Here's Bobby's Rash trying to come in. Bobby gets it down. They'll run like hell. What a save, Blood Warrior! Bobby Rash now, another save. Run like hell to Bobby Rash off a shin pad and wide. As Sharks doing everything they can to try and get one back. Bobby gets robbed again by Blunt. As Blunt stoning everybody right now. The Cupidon gets around 1, goes back door, and can't connect that one through. Malkin, I love you so much, brother. As we're trying to put on the best show we can possibly for you, Brandon B. Major Bigsby, and myself. It's King Lime here from the King Lime Media team. Everything you see by the amazing Bobby's Rash in this game tonight. Here's Kid Money. Over to Run Like Hell. Back to Kid Money. Backhand Run Like Hell. It's off of the post. As Sharks throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Blunt Warrior, and he's making them big saves right now. Here's Bobby's Rash trying to get that one through, but he's met by the big check there of Titanic Candle. Bobby Rash looking for Run Like Hell. Brandon, I think if Bobby ends up holding that and shooting it, he might be able to score. It's Freeze.
Yeah, he's had a couple of looks like that so far tonight. Just looking for that extra pass. It's worked for them a lot in the past, but he might want to look to alternate it here.
Kid Money across. Ruddy Daniels gets in that lane. Here's Reeps coming out with it. Puck turned back around. Poke kicked off, though, by Vegas. Corwan's got to be quick getting back. There's the Cupidon. Out front. Good save there by Trilogy as my man Malkin comes out with another 2 gifted, taking his 8 off our next sub goal this evening and making it an official 6 bong. Bong? No, it's on my mind. 6 bomb from my buddy over there, Mazel Tov, Malkin the GOAT. And you know what I'm doing after stream? Oh, Rando, it's 3-2 here for Vegas. The Sharks, they scored late in the second, but they need something, anything right now.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen plenty of hits tonight, but you're thinking about different types of hits from the way you're talking. And,
buddy.
You know, hey, I couldn't help it. I had to join you in the pun party, okay? Awesome. But, hey, give Vegas a lot of credit, man. Not only did they get those 2 goals in the first 5 minutes, but Blunt absolutely putting his team on his back.
And it's
what a play.
Brandon, Vegas scores again as you're saying that. It pop flies and gets banked in. And, well, yeah, it just got harder for the Sharks, didn't it, buddy?
Yeah, and it was Mr. Steal Your Goal in the freeze that was able to get that big tipper activated. That was a setup play off that face-off. Win it back to the defenseman in Titanic Candle, rip that shot on after freeze, gets his way over to the slot, tip it, and get that past the goalie in Trilogy. Really set up play. Didn't necessarily go by design. It did have a bounce there at the end, but nevertheless, the goal counts for what it is. And now that puts San Jose in a really tough position when they were really starting to push the issue to get that tying goal.
Puck down low for Ruddy Daniels for Vegas, and they move that one ahead to Reeps. Reeps looks to drop that puck, given away though. Last minute here of tonight. As that one's dumped in deep by Vegas. They love that, just killing this clock off. They're going to get it back by the looks of it, but no. Picked up by Kid Money. Kid Money over to Run Like Hell. Taken away by Vegas. They could get an odd man rush here. It's Reeps 2-0. Reeps walks in. What a save. Trilogy. As it looks like Corwan in the corner there is he's done with tonight. Here goes Kid Money. Up ahead. Run Like Hell. Big save by Blunt again.
Now it's big there. The core one wasn't there. That killed about 10 seconds on the clock. If San Jose did have any chance to get back in this game, that absolutely killed it.
Puck brought out front, Run Like Hell, poke checked away, and that does it. The Sharks fall to the Vegas Golden Knights 4-2.